How's it going, everybody? This is the Gamer Boss signing on. Today, just as kind of an opening to my channel, I'm going to be doing kind of a review playthrough on this game that it came out over the summer, so it's not super new, but pretty much all the other games that I thought about playing, kind of overdone on YouTube. Like Fallout 4, 7 Days to Die, Gmod, some other games that I have. So I decided I'll play this, and then you guys can just give me feedback on what you would like to see me play. So, for now we're just going to go adventure mode, and at the end of the video I'll explain all the different modes and the menu, everything like that. We're just going to go normal for now. The hardcore mode isn't much more difficult. There are a lot of different characters, and I have quite a few unlocked. I think you start with like 3 or 4 unlocked. But for now, we're just... Ooh, wrong character. For now, we're just going to play as the basic character that you start out with, Johnny. And let's give Johnny a hat. I know I have a couple hats. There we go. Let's get right into it. Please don't feed the turtles. So, to start out, for the first couple rounds, you're not really able to buy anything. You cannot shoot the snakes, which mildly upsets me. You got quite a few of these spider-looking thingamajiggers, as well as zombies, since the name of the game is Zombie Party. It's a pretty simple game. Where it really shines is in the weapon customization, because not just are there quite a few weapons in the game by default, but there are 5 or 6 base weapons that you can then pick up mods for and pretty much make it however you want. And if you do it right, you can even make it quite a bit stronger than some of the legendary weapons in the game, which I kind of like, but that can take a little bit of grinding. Which I'm okay with, because this, just by the nature of the game, is going to take a little bit of time. And when you first come into a zone, you have to play the first 2 rounds without a break. Normally you get like a 15 or 20 second break between the rounds. I think I'm just going to give you a quick view of the first world and maybe head into the second world, but I don't want the video to be too long. Feel free to post in the comments what kind of other videos you want me to doing, as in like what games you think I should play, and I will take them all into consideration whether I play them on the channel or not. And a lot of times, even if I don't play them on the channel, I'm always looking for suggestions for games to play on my free time, because I am always looking for more games to play. Even if I have a million games in my Steam library, I'll probably still be asking for suggestions on stuff like that. I should probably show off some of the other guns. The shotgun is one of my personal favorites, actually. But the SMG can be alright, but I meant the assault rifle can be really good if you mod it correctly. And now I can show off some of the menu and whatnot. That was the wrong button. I accidentally pressed E instead of tab. Here's some of the mods. These are just some basic ones. You got piercing, which allows it to go through more enemies before the bullet disappears. Size allows it to hit more enemies, and accuracy makes the gun more accurate. That's really good for the SMG, because that thing is all over the place. And when you're in the menu, the time limit between rounds stops. You also get these magic effects, and this blue bar, which you'll probably be able to see more clearly once I get out of the menu and possibly start the next round. What I was saying is these are basically just like if you're SOL, balls to the wall, about to die because you're being destroyed by a million zombies, then you can use these. Some of them are much better than others. I prefer the explosion, or there's also a storm class spell that's very helpful. And I'm actually going to put that in my slot right there. You can only have 3 equipped at a time, and you press Q to cycle through those, but then obviously you can have many in your inventory, but usually I just sell most of them since I find most of them fairly useless. Like, reverse shot, not a huge fan of. Explosion I like. Multi-shot I'm not a huge fan of, just because even though it hits an area around you, it tends to miss a lot of zombies. And then here we have the level up screen. I have 2 stat points right now, and Johnny by default starts out with extra health, and then he has some damage speed and fire rate. I'm going to put a little bit into luck to try to get more drops, and I guess that's all I can do for now because I don't use the magic a lot, so I'm probably not going to put many points into there. And that brings us back to the gun screen, where you can, in fact, buy ammo or buy a super gun, but you can also buy a super gun from the shop right over here. Why? Here you can upgrade your base guns. Where did my mouse go? Okay. So here you can upgrade your base guns. All of these have different stats, and they can be very useful if you prefer a certain fighting style over others. Usually I go for the scythe because it fires kind of like a shotgun, but 3 rounds instead of 6, but with the rate of the assault rifle, making it incredibly useful, especially if you put the right mods on it. And there's actually a character that starts with that, and that's usually who I play as. You can here buy some items to get your health up, some more magic attacks, some gun mods, and of course super guns and skill points. So now that that's all explained, even though probably not very well, let's get right into the next round. I guess we can use the grenade launcher. It can be really useful, but it's not super great unless you have the right mods for it, just because it's kind of hard to come by ammo for it. And ooh, alright, I guess I haven't showed off any super guns yet. This is one of my favorites. It's the electric boom. It kind of just shoots out a few projectiles, and those all explode into little electric shock things. I don't know. The electric artifacts. Oh yeah, also there are artifacts which act differently than mods. You can only have 1 artifact per gun, and they are much more powerful. I probably should have said that earlier. And when you are buying mods from the store, you have a chance to be able to buy an artifact. And when these big spider things die, they explode into a bunch of little spider things, and that can get annoying. And super flame. This is pretty much just a flamethrower with a slower fire rate, but it fires 3 directions. There are many super guns, like too many for me to go over, and you can even only carry so many in your inventory at one time. Do I need to buy anything? Probably not. This is an artifact, though, so I really wish I had enough money to buy it, but I don't. So, let's get into this next round. Oh, I guess I picked up a boost and didn't even realize it. This is magic defense. It just shoots little magic. I guess I haven't even used the magic yet. You just right click, gives a little AoE effect for this one, even though this is technically an explosion and AoE is a different thing. Oh, I forgot that this fired spread shot. Let's switch back to a not super gun. We might want to save that for the boss. Each world does, in fact, have a boss, and you go through 7 or so worlds before you get to the final world, which can be pretty trippy. If you would like me to play more of this game, just say so in the comments. I really don't plan on playing much more of it, and I wouldn't imagine many people would want me to play much more of it. I'm just kind of using this as kind of a starter video, just so people can kind of tell me what they would like to see, because as I said, I wouldn't imagine many people wanting to watch this on the channel all the time. And like I said, it's not a super new game either. I do recommend picking it up though. I've got quite a few hours logged into it, probably more than I should, especially considering I have games of higher quality that I also enjoy playing and don't have as many hours logged in. From what I can tell, it's not a super difficult game to play. Super casual-like. I mean, you can drown hours into this, drown words, but you can also just play it for a few minutes. I like trying to just beat my own high score and my friend's high scores. Ooh. Uh, um, which is really all this is for, and especially the adventure mode. But you can also play the other modes, and then you can actually see who can get the farthest, or if you can get farther than you got the last time you played. Got some grenade launcher ammo. This is kind of a difficult game to comment on because of how repetitive it is. Oh, here we go. We can actually get to a boss now. There are 5 rounds in each world, and then the boss. And like I said, the first 2 rounds do not have a break in between. And this is another super gun that I'm going to pick up. This is actually a really good super gun, and I probably shouldn't be using it on the boss, but since I don't plan on going any farther, why not? See, like, I did use over half my ammo, but I could probably almost kill him with this. Oh, unless he jumps. I'll just drain my super guns into him, since I'm just going to run into the next world, and then probably end the video there, or at least go into the main menu and explain some of the other modes you can play. He does summon... Oh. Well then, I guess I probably should have been paying attention to my health. That probably could have gone at least a couple minutes longer. Alrighty then. Well, I guess it's time to move on. This I'm not a huge fan of, because when you play for longer periods and you have thousands of coins that you've collected, it can take a while. Same with the next page, which adds up all your, updates all your stats. So, you guys can read all those. Pretty simple stuff. 31 bosses killed. Dang. Okay. And there's the warning that this game is in early access and is being frequently updated. So you guys already seen the statistics, and I can show you guys the changelog. Not much to be shown off. I mean, if you get the game, I suggest reading through it, especially if you play all the different modes and really want to know what's changed. Kind of what the changelog's for. So we just played Adventure, which you travel to the different worlds and try to beat the final boss, and once you beat the final boss, you move on to hard mode, or you can just start out in hard mode, and you can repeat that as long as you can until you die, and it progressively gets harder every time you go through the loop of those 7 or 8 worlds. Dungeon mode is more like a roguelike. I kind of enjoy it. I prefer more roguelikes over this, but this isn't exactly where this game shines. It's pretty fun. It's more exploration based, more so than the just training zombies around and killing them, and there are a lot more variety of mobs in this mode. Arcade is pretty much just you have a time limit, you kill as many zombies as you can in said time limit, and try to beat your own record on that. And then deathmatch, you can play against bots, or if you have multiple controllers hooked up to your PC, then you can play with controllers with friends. And that is pretty much it, so I think I might end the video there. So yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. This is the Gamer Boss signing out.